These are the oldies.
Not 50. Not 58 either, but 59.
Black women should have the longest hair on the planet right now. Because black women have been wearing protective hairstyles since they were like, what, 5 years old?
When I look back at old natural hair content, it's rare to find one where they actually showed what it's like. Over the years, people have commented about how old school hair care is outdated, and they've been telling people to abandon them in one way or the other, even though that's what they grew up knowing. There are so many things we usually did that new age influencers cancelled and tagged wrong. My documentation habit wasn't the best. Being a digital ghost didn't help either. Growing up, I noticed my grandma always used palm kernel oil on her hair and skin. She's almost 90, hair still thriving, melanin still popping. This is not to say that sunscreens are bad, but there are just so many things used by our elders, and there's still just a wealth of knowledge we can learn from them, even though we are crafting out our own parts, such as hair. But now that I've gone through many challenging stories from older women, I finally feel ready to push past the ego and learn from them. So I went to the best research center I could find in my city and I booked a consultation. I mean Google. And it turns out that my recent hair choices may have been the biggest hair mistake I have made.
Hey, y'all, take a look at this video with me. I saw this video of this girl doing her natural hair, and I was like, ooh, I'm ready to see what she about to do. And then I spied with my little eye that somebody said something, and they posted it onto the video saying that she needs to trim her ends. Now, this is what I want to know from my friends. Do y'all think she needs to trim her ends? Now, if you look at my twists are thick all the way from the root to the tip. Now, could that be because her hair is longer, that maybe her hair is thinning at the ends? Could that be normal? Or do y'all think that she's choosing length over health?
Why you be so quick to cut your hair? Is your hair doing something wrong? Did your hair take your man? Is that the reason why you so quick to cut her?
There will be three sides to my discussion. The never have I ever phase. I needed to clean up that perfectionist thinking I had stored up in my head as much as possible. Never have I ever used a brush. Never have I ever used a flat iron. Never have I ever worn a leave-in. After a few months of the reset of reflecting and just researching, the job was done and I got to see how much of the aftermath had been removed. I know this because my thinking was a bit more different, more accommodating, more willing to learn, because I'm not perfect either. Then I came across the I have done it all woman. Honestly, being a former member of the never have I done it department, I was getting a bit tired, okay? Never have I ever touched a flat iron, never have I ever used a flat comb, never have I ever used a relaxer. Girl, okay, we hear you. But can we hear from the I have done it all women? I feel like the oldies fall the most under the category of I have done it all. I have seen it all. I'm not trying to say all of them are, but the stakes are just much higher with them than us, the younger folks, if you know what I mean. I mean, we can't ignore the fact that anyone from the age of 40 and above witnessed the 80s era to some degree. Which brings me to the last side of this discussion, the oldies era. If we want to discuss the oldies haircare, we have to at least decide on the age to start with. Alright, phase 1 done. Now we have phase 2. The I have done it all woman. My hair should go looking like this to this in 8 months or whatever months. During these appointments, black women have these chemicals infused into their hair just to achieve one similar goal, altering their curly texture.
The original keratin treatments contained formaldehyde. I don't care how many times you've seen something say no formaldehyde, formaldehyde free. What they did is they used a derivative of formaldehyde called formalin. And how formalin works is it's like water and steam. When it's water, it's calm, it's fine. But if you heat up formalin to a certain temperature, which normally was the 450 that people used it at, it released steam. It turned into a gas called
the traditional salon method of doing a keratin treatment. It requires a lot of patience, a lot of know-how, and a lot of heat tools. They're effective for sure, but in the name of health, I don't think they are very good for you. Most in-salon keratin treatments contain formaldehyde, which is a known human carcinogen. Testing shows that keratin treatments can boost the formaldehyde in the air by up to 11.5%. This can lead to eyes, nose, throat irritation, headaches, dizziness, coughing.
As someone trying to grow and love their curly hair more, you need patience, a working schedule, and the I don't care what other people think mindset. I know it gets annoying for the most part, especially the I don't care what others think mindset. But you need it because now you'll be more self-conscious than ever and you may get judgy looks from people. Which brings me to the aspect of my life I don't usually talk about because it's not usually related to the topic at hand. But I'll say it anyways. So I don't talk about natural hair acceptance because it is one of the many options. No. For me, it's not a case of, oh, I'll wear a wig today and I'll wear my natural hair tomorrow. Not because I hate my natural hair, but I just love to switch things up. No, I talk about natural hair acceptance because for me, it's not an option. And this is what I believe is the case for children of the Most High who seek to please Him and make it to heaven. Because I'm what people may call a Christian extremist. We are the sect of people that obey all the no's in the Bible, not just some. I love the truthfully bizarre aspect of the Christian faith that says that God is interested in your naturalness so much that He frowns at His children using artificial things to, cover that natural beauty He has given them. So for me, it's a case of no weavings, no attachments, no jewelry, no makeup, no nothing. Just my natural bare face and my natural hair. Why? Because God created me complete and He created you complete too. This is what I believe to be God's will for every single person He created. I also think this is what has helped build my I don't care what others think mindset, that unapologetic vibe. And I also think that mindset is a journey that doesn't come immediately, it comes gradually, but it surely comes to anyone who desires it. After a full scan of the I have done it all videos and not missing a single clip that caught my attention, it was time to finally go to the last phase. The oldies era. The oldies era had a lot of positives and negatives. It was the era that bettered the use of relaxers, the use of modern day electric irons, which was a breath of fresh air compared to the fearful hot combs that were previously used. And we're still even dwelling on the American/Western society. Okay, let's go to Africa. In Africa, the 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s era were the era of women wearing their natural weave hairstyles proudly and young girls experimenting with kiko and thread. The use of shea butter and coconut oil was also prevalent in this time in African hair care, though I won't deny the fact that by this time some women were already perming and straightening their hairs using flat irons, which was more common among the upper class of women in the society because relaxers and perms were still not widely accepted due to traditional beliefs and just the strangeness of it. But they were the good old days. In their words, they were the good old days. But this just shows that older women have a wealth of knowledge stored up their sleeves, even though they made some poor choices regarding their hair health, like really poor choices. Otherwise, how can you explain the metrics for the age range with the highest cases of psoriasis and alopecia as a result of chemical burns and tension hairstyles? Not like I have the exact statistics to be able to compare the damage level between the younger and the older generation, but one thing is for sure. The older generation of women were the scapegoats, or should I say the lab rats, for the development of many hair care products that Black women confidently use today, from synthetic hairs to relaxers. So really, what happens to hearing from them? Because it seems like these sect of women have a wealth of knowledge stored up their sleeves. I mean, in the midst of all this trauma, we still have women who manage to care for their hair and make it thrive in all its glory.
I have 10 rules. Stay away from too many supplements. You have to find out what your body needs. Stay away from trends. Wash your hair when your scalp is ready. 9. Be your own beautician.
I hear this woman and I'm like, so y'all are just pretending we aren't sleeping on hair care secrets that could change the way we do things. What do the oldies know about natural hair that we don't?
Water turns dark. It's like fertilizer for the ground, but it ain't the whole secret. The real power, honey, is this peppermint oil. This creates the tingle. That's the wake-up call your scalp is waiting on.
እንደዚህ አድርጌ ነው የምሰነጥቀው። የመጀመሪያ ቪዲዮ የሰራ ነው የጥሬ ቪዲዮ ወደ 10,000 ሰው ወደዱት።
Hey mama.
Hey baby.
How you doing tonight?
Doing fine, how you?
I'm doing good. Listen, how old are you?
About 102 years old, and last March I'll be 103.
103. Okay, we're going to get right into it. Tonight I want to talk specifically about your girls, about us. And one of the things is that you used to take care of our hair. Can you tell them what you used to do for us?
Well, Saturday, I have to wash. I had some goods. I had to wash the hair, dry it. I did grease it.
This video wasn't made to ridicule, but to question us, the younger folks. What was so bad about OD's hair care that made us to branch off and reinvent ours? What is our motivation for saying, okay, I don't like this, but I'll take this? And I know that as adults, it's normal to branch off eventually and craft out your own paths based on what you want to do, okay? But it's as if some influencers started something and the whole community followed. It hits a point where we abandoned our own indigenous knowledge for new knowledge when it wasn't really scientifically proven that our past knowledge was bad for us. Because these things we were abandoning, were they actually damaging? And this is not a spite on us younger folks to say that we have to be perfect in everything we do. But what's our motivation for doing things? Now, this is not a comparison video by any means. We're not doing oldies versus youngsters here. We're not here to fight, okay? This is a carefully thought out video to try to see what we can learn from each other. The message in this video is, what can these generations of beautiful black women who wear their crown learn from each other? What can you learn from each other? And I hope this video opened your mind to just a few of these things. There could be more, who knows, but let's hear them in the comment section. Sadly, we are approaching the end of this video, but the good news is that you can subscribe to join the family by hitting the subscribe button right now. Also, like and share this video to someone and let's get the numbers up. What is that popular, maybe controversial hair care secret you were taught by an older person? Let's hear it. You never know who might need it. And I hope we don't stop questioning. We don't stop looking out for our hair as a community. And more importantly, we don't stop loving ourselves just the way God created us. Thank you for watching. You've been amazing. And hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Bye.